All right, welcome to English 4A and 4B with me, Mrs. Page. All right, so we were talking about what do you see yourself doing in 10 years? And so a lot of like being at home with the pets and the ones you love and staying in a job or being in a job. Anything else anybody would like to add? Welcome, Janelle. See somebody writing, so I'm waiting. Being in a successful career, awesome. So, I love the fact that you guys are looking towards the future because that is part of our pledge, right? Ba, 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 ba. All right, so 4A is in the breakout rooms and 4B is here with us. And I need a reader. Anybody feeling up to reading for me? If not, then if you would, in the chat box, put dreaming of the future. I need 5 people dreaming of the future. Who will it be? Boop, boopity. Dreaming of the future. Welcome, Dominic. Who else is dreaming of the future with me? I need 5. Hello. Five. Nobody's going to write it with me? Man, I won't be reading. You got to pay me. And you got to pay me by saying, dreaming of the future. Show me the text. Thank you, Marisol. Thank you, Amari. Thank you, Annabelle. Only 2 more. Who else is dreaming of the future with me? 2 more. Dreaming of the future. Dreaming of the future. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you, Dominic. Awesome. I've been paid. All right, let's do this. Alrighty. I am a young adult at hope. I am talented, smart, and capable of success. I will respect myself, others, learning, and property. I have dreams for the future, and I will climb to reach those goals and dreams every day. All are capable of success, no exceptions. Today's objective. Today I am using a planner so that I can make a resume and cover letter that I can use in real life. I will know I got it when I am able to add the information needed into the 8.03 planner. So there's a planner that we are trying to finish up so that way whenever you put it into the resume and cover letter, it's just bloop, 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 and you'll be good to go. All right, so it is your choice now. Do you stay and go step by step with us through the class as we follow those clues, or are you going to move to 4B and there's a video to help you with that? Give you a minute to decide. Gabby. Let me see. That's not what I meant to click. Click it. All right, so if you're going to stick around we're going to go through the 8.03 planner for 4B. If you want to watch the video version of it, there is one in the breakout room itself. And then 4A would be where you'd want to be, Gabby. Oh yeah, you're doing the, see, you can stick around with me or you can do the video version. Sorry, I forgot that you were doing just that one, right? Okie dokie. All right, so what we're going to do, if you did not save the documents that came in, please, please, please do so at this time. Is there anybody that I need to send it back to? Whenever you first came in, there was the two documents. One is the actual graphic organizer, the other was the resume cover letter example. Okay, looks like everybody's good. Awesome. All right, so what you're looking at is you've got this wonderful, colorful version of the graphic organizer that is on one document. And at the bottom there is an example of the resume and cover letter, just in case you don't mind it that way, but I know some people don't like it that way. So on the other document, that's where this cover letter and resume are. Now, the big thing you got to remember is that these little letters actually coordinate with what is going on the actual resume document itself, right? So you can actually copy and paste into that section and you would be finished with it once you're done, right? Easy breezy. So looking at these two, do you have any questions so far? Is there anything that stands out to you? If you're good, give me a green check. Okay, give me a green check to let me know that you're just here. Are you with me? All right, those of you in recording world, what you would be doing is you are transferring over the information from here to here. So the very beginning, you've got A. You wanted to put your actual information if you're going to use it. Let's see if I can turn it up for you. Can you hear it better now? Checking 1, 2, 3. Making sure that we can hear me. Oh, on your end. Okay. Sorry about that. Just, like if for some reason you do get moved, it's not an offense. It's just, so I can make sure that we've got everybody going, right? All right. So with this, you would put in like your name, your street address, your city, state. That way it's actually helping you to make your graphic organizer. Okay? That way, whenever you want to in the future, you'll be able to actually finish this resume and use it as an actual resume. Now, my big question to you is, do you have a professional email? If you do have a professional email, give me a green check. If you do not have a professional email, give me a red X, just so I can kind of see where you're at on it. Thank you, Franco. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Your personal email, does it look professional? Like you haven't used, like I've got like one that's like, I'm a cartoon or something like that. I wouldn't use that for a resume. Do you have one that kind of like has your name or something specific on it? This one is due right before we leave for break. I don't know the exact date, but it should say on it whenever you click the 8.03, it should have the due date there. Sorry about that. Okay, good, Franca. Thank you, Anna. Anna. I don't know why. I can't figure out which way I'm saying it. All right. So now that everybody's kind of let me know. Sorry, I was trying to check the due date for you, but it's taking a moment. Next up, you've got the objective. And so with the objective, it's like a verb, so something you can do for the business as well as while you're getting something out of it. So you say to learn the nursing skills to help others while gaining real life experience. Or maybe it's just to help others while gaining nursing skills. So what is it that you're giving to the business that you're thinking about applying to? What is it that you want for yourself out of it that's not too greedy like cash? We don't say, so I can get paid dollar bills, yeah, right? We don't do that one. So think about an active verb to blank for that business while you get what? And what did you come up with? Tell me in the chat box so I know where you should be. See if we need to adapt or change anything. Welcome, Zoe. Okay, so the 8.03, Annabelle, you had asked, this one is due tomorrow, all of it finished. And then like the finalized resume cover letter part, that's due on the 17th, so the day before we leave for break. And then we have like a little job interview thing the next day, if that makes sense. Awesome. Sweet. All right. So what do you wish upon a star? What did you want to get and give? Give, get. Remember, always start with what you're giving to them, right? Like that. What are they going to get from you? What are you going to get from them? Anybody have an example? Like as a teacher to help today's youth while strengthening my skills at flipped classrooms. That would be me right now. What do you guys have? And you can even send it to me by private chat. I do not mind. When you wish upon a star. I tried to make it rhyme, but it didn't work. I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me their objective so I can help them out. Boo doo boo 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 doo boo doo boo boo. Welcome, Ramir. How are you? 4A is in the breakout room. 4B is here or in their breakout room using the video help to do what we're doing here. This one's more of a interactive version. Talk to me. Let me lead you through. Okay, that's what I was talking about at the beginning here. I can send it back out. So the 8.03 is the first one where you're filling it out. And then the cover letter and resume is the second one, which is the example. No problem. My pleasure. So no questions on the objective? You think you got it? Good to go? Give me a green check if we want to move on to the next step, C. No questions on B. Thank you, Annabelle. So green check if you're good. No questions. You don't want to share. You think you got your objective. And remember, there's the not so interactive version if you want to be in the breakout room where you don't have to keep doing stuff for me. All right, check your X in 5, 4, check you're good, 3, 2, 1. All righty. All this effort. Okie dokie. So next step is the education side. So with the education side, it's of course, you know, the name of the school and the years you were there. And you might have more than one, so it's okay to do more than one. And then these extra little ones that are up underneath it are things that maybe you've done or received. Like, are you graduating early? If your GPA is 3.0 or higher, that would be a great thing. Have you been spotted for the Spirit of Excellence Award, where we kind of take a snip of your work and show it off as great, which is coming up. Are you a president of your club? So pretty much kind of anything that would make you stand out or anything that you've learned. You could even talk about like took graphic design classes, that kind of thing. So the extra bullet point is not required if you don't have anything. You can just have the schools listed with the dates. That is fine. Once you've got that one, give me an emoji in the chat box so I know you're good. Or of course, if you've got questions, I can do that too. All right. Looks like it's just you and me, Annabelle. Oh, all right. So with this one, we've got the experience. That would be like jobs, volunteering, any kind of help that you have given, for your family. Maybe you've helped them move. Maybe you have weekly chores. You could even do that, responsible for weekly chores. It at least gives you some kind of experience. So have you had a job before? Nope. Okay. That's okay. Do you have any, like you've gone and helped make sandwiches or any kind of volunteering experience, anything like that? There you go. See, that would be an awesome, like maybe you don't have a specific name for the place. I've seen people do like house cleaning and then they tell like what they've done and like what years if there's not an official like company over it. That's something that you could do too. There you go. So that's how I would list it, like house cleaning for the family, and maybe if you've got years that you've done it or how many times that you've done it, um, and then like kind of tell the specifics of it. So like, wiping down countertops, cleaning dishes, deep cleaning carpets, or whatever it is that you do, that kind of thing. All right, when you're ready, let me know, and we will move to the next one. Sweet. All right, and then we've got activities, interests, skills. So these are like the things that you would do if you didn't have electronics around, because they know that most of us have like phones and things like that that we play with, right? They're talking about, like different than that. So are you an artist? Crocheting, singing, drawing, writing? I don't know, I'm talking about myself too much, but what do you do? What's your, if you had time, this is what I'd do, and had no phone or TV. Drawing and reading, beautiful. So that would be drawing and reading, beautiful. And if you think of anything else, you can always add it in. Usually you don't want to have more than 3 skills on there though. So one thing to remember is based upon what job you're going for, you might change the skills down at the bottom, right? Because there may be things that you think of that you're like, oh, that relates better. I'm going to change that up. And that could be the same thing with when we're talking about these experiences. You may want to hit certain points that they talked about in their piece. So it's kind of like one of those like, how can I help you to see that I am the best candidate? I'm for sale. Pick me, pick me. All right. So then you've got the 8.03 F through H, and I kind of put them all together because it's kind of almost repeating what we've done before. So you've got the information here. Welcome, Travis. And then you got a date. That's the thing that's different. So make sure you write it out as the month, number day, comma, number year. And then up underneath it is the company info, so whoever it is you're sending it to. If you don't know it, you can make it up. You can look it up, so maybe you'll actually look for an actual job that you could apply for, and put like who it is that would be doing the interviewing if you know it, the name of the company, street address, city, state, zip. Boop, 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 boop. And here's like examples, of course. So once you're ready, give me a thumbs up in the chat box. If you have questions on this, let me know. Awesome. Thank you, Annabelle. And Travis, were you able to get this document? Did you have any questions? All right, so we'll just move on. So we've got the greetings. So now we're in that cover letter area. We've gotten the addresses, all that jazz. With the greeting, it could be common ones. So like dear, hello, greetings. Any of those kind of things. Usually dear is the most used one. So what would you like to use for your greeting? Dear, that's a good one. I like it. Anna, did you have one that you wanted to use? Dear, hello, greetings, salutations. That's an old one. Awesome. And then we've got, and again I put it together, we've got J, K, and L because it is pretty much like expanding the ideas that you had already in the resume. So I'd like to see how you can put them together. So with the first body paragraph, which section of the resume are you giving more detail to? And you can draw it on the board if you want. Here, I'll give you whiteboard privileges. You can write it out if you'd like C goes with blah, blah, blah. What do we think? Yeah, so like if you don't have the experience, we were talking about like things that you do for your family, that would be the experience. So in here, whenever you're writing about your experiences, you can say, you know, full sentences about how you've helped, what you've done, what you learned from it, how it'll help you with this job. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be job if you don't have a job. So can you guys see how they kind of relate to each other? Like one is the expansion of the other. Okay. Anna, how about you? Cameron, did you have questions? So this one, the 8.03, is due tomorrow. So there may be some of these pieces that you can't finish like right now this quickly, but at least you can kind of know whenever you're doing it that like the first body paragraph is talking about like similar to the objective. So it's like expanding it. Whereas the second body paragraph is kind of talking about your experiences, experience, right? Then you've got the hobbies. You can also, in this one, talk about your education if you'd like. Welcome, Maya. Glad you were able to make it. But the final for this would be next Thursday. We'll have it all done. So you'll probably have it done before then. It's pretty easy once you've gotten this part done. Alrighty. Any questions on this part? Nope. Awesome. Anna, you good? Maya, you good? Okay. All right. So that one, yes, you might have to finish it later. It's a little bit more in depth, but that's going to be easy once you figure out, hey, it's expanding it out, right? Last but not least is you have that last paragraph. Well, not the last, but it's the last paragraph, right? And you're thanking, reminding, and relating. So can anybody explain what that means? Why would we thank, remind, and relate? How does that connect with what we've got for the things that you should mention? Like I'd say, thank employer for consideration. Your position would help me to further my skills while fulfilling my dream of having a job where I can use my passion to help others. So this is kind of where my thank you for allowing me to use my passion to help others. Maybe you even say it in that word choice. And then once you get into the I look forward to piece, that is the final, you can say, here's my number, right? Here's my email address. How long? 2 weeks, I'm going to check back, blah, blah, blah. So each of these pieces are helping you to fulfill at least a part of a sentence. All right. Any questions on that one? Pretty easy, easy breezy. Thank you so much for considering me for this position. It will help me to fulfill my dream. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Then we've got in. In is the closing. So before we said dear, now we're saying maybe sincerely, kind regards, respectfully yours, thank you, comma, right? So what greeting are you going to use? And then give yourselves a round of applause. You're almost to the end. Give yourself a round of applause once you're ready to move to the next step. So drop down from where your name, like the participants, it says your name. There's a face. Click the face. And click the one that says applause. All right, Annabelle. Yeah. You're almost there. And then we've got the signature. And of course, the signature, it may not be a very easy thing to put in there. Maybe you're going to just put as a placeholder, kind of like I did for the example. It's the font that looks like it's written out. You could write it out on a piece of paper and take a picture. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to do that, but that's okay. If you want one day and you're like, hey, I don't mind if my signature is the sloppiest thing ever, you could write your signature up on the board and then, you know, be able to cut it out and put it on your letter. But big thing is in the final letter, whenever you're actually giving this to a business, you do not want to use the font cursive, like I'm writing my signature, okay? If you need to practice your signature, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to look exactly like every single letter in it. I promise you, mine does not. I used to be very meticulous, but I've learned that most people aren't. You want to make it unique to you. That way no one can steal it. All right. And then we've got up underneath your signature, the easiest thing ever, right? You just type out your name. That way, if they look at your signature, they don't go, I have no clue who to contact, even though you've written it so many times, but you want to leave them with your name. It's kind of like at the end of an essay, you do that little piece that keeps them thinking about it. Now they're going to think about your name because that's the last thing that they see. Ooh, this person is the one that I want because their name has been stuck inside my head. It's almost like it's been chanted there. Boop, 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 boop. All right, that's it. So if you're all done, you don't have any questions, you can either move to the breakout room or you can leave for the day if you want to get the question. So if you want the question, just let me know. If you think you're ready to go. Thank you. You too. Bye. Well, welcome back, everybody. So with this is what it looks like this week, today's work. You've got 3.02 and working on that research paper for 4A, and for 4B we are working on that 8.03, which is due tomorrow. And both of you guys, the final is going to be due next week, so I can show you that tomorrow if you would like. 4A's extra credit out the door question is, what do you think is the most important step in the QT-PI strategy and why? 4B, why are graphic organizers important? And of course, if you need help, reach out. I'm here, or you can stick around and get the help that way. All right, otherwise, you're free to go. Bye, peeps. Thanks for coming in.